All right, so I want to shoot a video on this apparatus that I pull behind my golf cart, or sometimes I pull it with my tractor over there. On my tractor, I've got to where I can raise the blade back up and empty the blade up on it right here. But today I'm just pulling it with my golf cart, which I used to do. And so I use this a lot for just leveling gravel out. And you can see my driveway is really level, and I've got a lot of gravel out here, and so like when I run my skid steer around, it kind of stirs up the gravel or whatever, so then I use this to level everything up. I also use it for leveling my mulch everywhere, which is really cool. So if I get a load of mulch in, I kind of spread it out with the skid steer, then I finish leveling it off with this. Now this, I just made this a little more adjustable today, because you want the blade to be able to adjust, because if it just says gravity downflow, it'll start raking your gravel off and kind of thinning it down, so you can adjust it right here on how much you want to hang down. So I've got it actually adjusted up, and I've got it welded over here. So so that's kind of a must. But these right here were just to add weight right here, so I've kind of not been using those. I had wheels on the front of it right there, but I found that you don't really need that. So basically it's just a box, and it's got a hinge right here that swivels this 1 foot right here, which allows the back to go up and down. And a lot of times if it gets a lot of stuff in, it'll kind of raise up on its own and kind of empty out. But if you, like in the mulch, you'll get quite a bit when you're trying to thin it out from a big pile. But you just keep going, eventually it levels out. But yeah, I use this thing all the time. So pretty simple setup, 100 different ways to make it, but it's basically just a box frame with a 1 foot angle deal on the back with a piece of 3x3 angle iron on it as your blade, and it's adjustable. And I also kind of rigged it up to where I can use my lift on my tractor to raise the blade if I wanted to. So pretty cool setup. Let me see if I can put reverse and see if you can see it happening here. Hold on, maybe you can. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Take a ride. Drag behind you. So yeah, I had a bunch of gravel right there because I had a pile of gravel. So you can see it picks it up, starts to spread it out, and then it kind of lays it out. So I've got it right now where it shouldn't be picking up too much in most places, so it'll start to thin out. See how it's starting to thin out? Which basically, you know how the middle of your road gets higher than the rest? So if you rake this, if you take this right down the middle of the road, it pulls off the top middle where the crown is. It starts laying it on the side, which ends up really working well because let me look at some here. I'm like, why is gravel? Whoa. Yeah, what's happening here? That is picking up a lot of gravel. What did I do? Talking to you, something has changed. Oh, I don't know. Still, the height is up. I mean, it's not bad. It'll take it off the crown, which is fine in this case because you want it to go to the sides anyways, because your wheels don't go in the middle. So let's just run it out and see what happens. It's actually good. Okay, let's reverse it and see what happens here. It should eventually drop that on the side. Oh, this is nuts. I just did that. I just did this driveway, and it didn't do that. But kind of what I wanted to do when I did it. But really doing it now, I'm not sure what happened. But that's okay. So let's make our turn here, which is at the end of the driveway. Hopefully I left enough room to turn. Yes, I did. Okay. So You look, see how, look at that. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I mean, I could laser this thing. That's crazy. Okay. It's so pretty. Just lays it out, man. Level, nice and level. And then, of course, every couple of months you gotta have some gravel because it's hard to push the gravel in, but that's just part of having a gravel driveway. Yeah, so look, it's emptied out now. See? So what's that tell you? It tells you, you know, it's dropping gravel even. And so there again, you look at the road. Yeah, it's looking good. So yeah, one way to stop a bumpy road. So let's take it out into the mulch here, and I'll show you how it works in the mulch. It's a little wet right now, but that's okay. We got some places. Because I'm always out here doing my mulch because I like my stuff nice and level, you know. So, all right. So let me show you here. So there's a big pile. I don't know if you can see it, but let's see if we take it over here. So I had somebody dump some dirt here because I got a little bit of a hole here. So I had people bring in dirt. You can't really see it, but it's a pile of dirt. So actually, I dumped that. It was a couple buckets I dumped. Duh. Okay, so I'm going to empty this. Usually I can pull it up, but you can, you know, pull it up and empty it so you don't drag a bunch of rocks into the mulch and waste your money. So, okay, here we go. I'm going to go reverse. Hopefully you can see that on camera right here. I've been pricing out plows and all that stuff. Dude, they want like $500 for these things, man. I just made this out of scrap, which is usually what I do. So, kind of get you an idea how it works. And I've got places in here that I brought in a lot of wood chips, and they get easily stirred up when you're moving skid steers around. So, I like leveling stuff up. So here's a patch coming up that's kind of stirred up, and it'll just break it down nice. And then it's smooth, so you're not bobbing up and down on bumps of mulch all the time. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave this this thing here because I just re-welded it. I'm gonna dump it off right here because I don't need it anymore. I just leave it out here in the field. So you can see the blade's up just about right for just kind of finishing off. So you're not really picking up a lot of mulch because it'll actually start raking the mulch off too if you leave it real low, and it'll spread it out to where it's not as thick. So you can adjust it to where you want it as thick as you want. So anyways, hopefully that helps you out. Send comments, like if you want, join my page. Thanks y'all. Bye now.